and then also different rewards with it. So I'm not a huge coffee drinker, but I know they had done, just done some different, like, kind of special, like, couponing and stuff like that. So they really reward their fans from that standpoint. Another point is engaging in, but don't force the conversation. And actually, what we'll do a lot of times, I use Biore as an example. It's a brand that we work on that, I think our social team has really done, I give the credit more to them than to me because they're the ones talking day to day, but they've done a nice job of finding the brand voice in a way that they communicate with the brand. And what they'll do a lot of times is just kind of start the conversation thread, to get things going. And they'll monitor and they'll answer the questions, but they're not trying to control the conversation. So a big part of that is in terms of, kind of if you think of social as kind of a big sandbox, let the kids play in the sandbox. If you have to step in every now and then and say, no, not that's a bad word, then you have to do that. But the big part is really kind of the authenticity and letting them, have a real conversation with there. And then the last point, and this is a huge one within social, is focusing on content integration and outreach. And the three are kind of intertwined to having social success. If you don't have any content, it's tough to have the integration and push out. Conversely, you can have some of the best content in the world if nobody knows about it. It's like, living on the greatest island ever, nobody knows where it is. So Disney does an outstanding job of that. Granted, now they have a brand that's entirely set up to be successful in social in terms of where they're grabbing from, but they really have a fully integrated experience, whether they're talking about a coupon for, going to Magic Kingdom or their latest movie or different, thing on Dumbo or different things like that. Everything flows is very integrated. The content is there, the integration is there, and then they push out from that standpoint. They really kind of use those three together, and they have a lot of success within social. And also some, kind of, as we talked about, there's some that are not so successful. So we just pulled together a few examples of kind of some social media disasters from a brand standpoint, just to give you an idea. The first made a lot of news with, what we try to do is kind of have a cross-reference of different things that kind of can go wrong or that you look to avoid. The first one was an example of where somebody that was working for KitchenAid was tweeting from what they thought was their personal account and was actually